If you're looking to buy cheap FIFA coins, then do head over to www.thefutshop.com, where you can buy nice and cheap coins from a good, trustworthy, reliable seller. If you are interested in buying coins, the link will be in the description. What's up guys, it's BeachHD here, bringing you another nice little squad builder. The first player that we're going to go into mainly on this is the Garay, I think that's his name. He's got amazing free kick stats, that's the only goal I scored with him. Unfortunately with this squad, I sold the squad before I recorded over it. So when it came to building this, I didn't actually have the recording of me putting the players in the squad one by one. So you're just going to have to put up with looking at the squad at whole first time, like you can see now. You can see the full squad, but I'll still go into depth into some of the players and everything like that. Like you just saw a bit of Garay there. Not 100% sure which players we move on to each time, but I can tell you that the Thiago Silva wasn't as good as what I was expecting from him, to be fair. Didn't do a great deal, obviously scored the occasional header. My dog's shaking his bloody head. And he wasn't, he was just fairly average. I mean, you'd expect more, I guess. He didn't feel like a really pacey centre-back like you could feel when you're using someone like Felipe Santana or someone. But he's still, I guess, he wasn't a disaster. Just not as I fully expected, I guess you could say. The other centre-back was decent, I guess. Obviously I wasn't expecting much from him, but he performed where I needed him to, and he was fairly average, I guess. Nothing special. The Argentinian centre-back next to Garay, that is, in the middle there, was I think it's about 50,000 coins or 56,000 coins, close to one of them, so that was a bit on him. I wouldn't necessarily go and pay that much for him, to be fair. I'd probably skip one. You can see that we do have just a fairly average keeper in net as well. You can kind of ignore that. Then we move on to the first of the centre mids, which is Matuidi. You've seen him in an awful lot of my squad builders. I don't really have to go into too much detail over him. He's been in quite a lot of them. And I think we will now show you a little clip of the Inler goal that we managed to score. I think we've only got one goal with Inler as well. Didn't score too many apart from the front three, and Inler was fairly unnoticeable. I didn't really notice him doing much, to be fair. He was he's just an average player to have in the squad. It was a strange squad because the back four, the midfield, didn't really feel like they were doing much. It was definitely the striking roles that were doing everything, and that was amazing, the striking. The three strikers that we did have to get to play, and they were very, very decent. The first player that we do have in that striker role is the Hamsik, who was, I'm pretty sure that he was the top goal scorer of this squad. Absolutely amazing player. I can't tell you his in-game stats offhand because I didn't record the stupid thing, but I can tell you he was absolutely amazing. He seemed to go further ahead than the likes of Cavani and Luis Suarez would when he was in an attacking role and position, and that was pretty unexpected. Like you can see there from that cross, he's the furthest ahead of Cavani, ahead of Suarez and everything like that. And again, every time you see him get on the ball, he seems to be further ahead, which is what I seem to really enjoy about him. He seems to be able to run through the other two and just make really good runs. I'm not sure what his vision and stuff is, but he's definitely good at making runs away from players, and it was really, really good to use him. Thoroughly enjoyed playing with this informed Hamsik, and would definitely recommend anyone that can afford him. I'm not sure how much he is offhand. He might be, I don't even want to guess because I'm not 100% sure because this squad's a little old, but he's definitely good weak foot. He's got great shooting from outside the box. You've seen a couple of goals from outside the box there, which was made him pretty amazing to use, I think, to be honest with you. Now, I'm not sure which striker we're going to go from here because you can see it's just a still image, but I'll tell you a little bit about both of them. They were both decent. They're both Cavani and Suarez. I'll go into a bit more detail now as we go into the first goals and I can see who I'm actually talking about. But we shall see, and it would be great, guys, at this stage if you could drop a like. That would help a bunch. See that you're enjoying these, and I'll get back to you at some stage on what I'm doing with the different series I mentioned in yesterday's video. If you haven't seen that, then go check it out. It's on the channel, and do remember to subscribe as well. But you can see that we're on about Luis Suarez this time, who was, as you should expect, he was a good player. You expect him to be good because of his quite a high price. I'm not. What was he? Was he? Oh, I'm not sure how much he was off the top of my head. This is a bit old, this squad, but he was decent. Yep, and Cavani as well. Cavani was a really good player I found to use. I didn't like his normal card. I tried him 3 games on the last FIFA 12. Hated him because of his dribbling. I don't know what it was. This is the first time I've used Cavani on FIFA 13, which was a couple of weeks ago. And he was very, very good, to be fair, to be honest with you. Wasn't expecting much when using it. I just thought, I've got to use him, got to try as many people as possible. But he did a fairly decent job in that role. He was pulling his weight, I guess, making good runs. Lovely, lovely shot. His shot is absolutely superb. Not sure what it is, again, off in-game stats, but definitely worth it if you are able to afford someone like him. Even on his card, his pace isn't amazing, I don't think. I'm not sure what his pace is. I don't remember it for being incredibly fast, but he's able to pull away from defenders. Simple, obviously he's good with headers. He's a big, tall bloke, and he's able to get on the end of them. So you can see that is the final squad. You've seen it all on all the players that we've gone through. It was a decent squad, and I do apologise for forgetting to sell this team. I was just like 3/4 of the way through selling it. I just thought, oh, for God's sake, I've already listed all the players up, and by then the likes of Cavani and Suarez and Thiago Silva had already sold. I don't want to have to buy them back, so I apologise on that behalf, but it would still be great if you could drop a like on this squad builder. Definitely are quite a decent team. Definitely the front 3 are worth the money if you can afford the likes of them. Gareth was pretty much worth it. Didn't really notice anyone else in the midfield or the defence. So that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.